This video is brought to you by Robinhood, the free and easy to use investment and trading brokerage. Robinhood allows you to trade and buy stocks, ETFs, bonds, and cryptocurrencies completely free. Also, if you download using the link in the description below, you'll get one free stock valued up to $200 just for signing up. No, you don't have to deposit a dime, and you could become instantly a part owner in companies like Microsoft, Walmart, McDonald's, or Disney just by getting lucky. So download Robinhood today and start taking advantage of this historic 2020 stock market crash. No, that's not my full portfolio. You guys aren't ready for that just yet. What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Looks like we have Jaden versus Yugi part 2 on this channel, or maybe part 3 at this point. I've forgotten how many times I've seen Dart Magician face off against Heroes, but I know that this is going to be a particularly explosive duel. There's going to be a lot of cards drawn, a lot of big boss monsters hitting the field, and of course there's going to be a lot of fusion summoning because Dart Magician and Heroes are both loaded with fusion monsters. Dart Magician has direct and even non-direct fusion monsters. You can even go into things like Timaeus from the Waking the Dragons arc, but yeah, you're gonna see a lot of big monsters hitting the board. Anyways, before we jump into this, if you guys would go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you like duels like these. That way we help out the YouTube algorithm, because if you don't hit thumbs up on this video, guys, ain't nobody gonna see these videos, and this channel gonna be RIP. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it. This build of Dart Magician, watch how many cards this guy's going to draw on his first turn. So you guys know anytime you open up with Rod, you're in pretty decent shape, because at the very least you can get Circle. Now if you have Circle plus Servants, you're in really good shape, because you activate Servants, or you activate Circle then Chain Servants, and if nothing else you can stack to the top of your deck what other Dart Magician spell or trap you need, and it pretty much guarantees that your Circle is always going to hit. And also you get this card in the graveyard to potentially draw cards later. So he's going to go ahead and stack his deck. He wants to fusion summon here, so he will go ahead and stack that Secrets of Dark Magic to his hand, or really to the top of his deck, and then add it from Circle. Now he does have the ability to fusion summon, and this is what's going to set him up. So he's going to drop the Dart Magicians, and now guess what? His graveyard is loaded up so he can use his Soul Servants, and he has a Dart Magician and a Dart Magician girl in his grave. So at minimum, he's gonna draw 2 cards, but since he has the Dart Magicians on field, he'll also draw an additional card. So basically, just go ahead and draw 3 cards. He's gonna go into Spell Book of Knowledge. That's draw 2 more cards. He's gonna go into the freaking copy. Well, now he trolled. I thought he was gonna summon Magician Souls and draw even more cards. I'm like, bro, you about to draw 6 cards. You gotta chill, my friend. You gotta chill. But he says, Cap, I don't need to draw that many cards. 5 is enough. He is gonna end his turn with the Eye of Timaeus, and he's going to get the Dart Magician Dragon Knights just to get a little protection for his spells and traps. So I think that that's actually a pretty good opening. Now his opponent's going to try to use the Raigeki, but he will fire back with the Magician's Combination. Good negation there at the cost of his Dragon Knight counts as Dart Magician on the field. That's why he was able to resolve the play. Then he's going to summon the Dart Magician girl from his deck. He will be able to draw an additional card from the Dart Magicians, and he'll be able to just give up his Dart Magician girl. She doesn't serve much value there, so why not just get the copy of Rod? And then he set a card. Looks like it's Inheritance. I don't know if he'll use that. Now his opponent's coming over the top. His opponent, Jaden's trying to end this game in 1 turn. He's like, Cat, I ain't playing no 2-turn duels. We're ending this right here and now. And he's gonna bust out the Rainbow Neos. You guys know I love Rainbow. I'm so glad that like people are taking Rainbow Neos actually, like they're taking it seriously now. And I had been saying for the longest time, like Neos Fusion made this card quite good, but I think that Verde Anaconda has taken it to the next level where you don't even technically need to, you don't even need to draw Neos Fusion. Now look, this is a pretty damn strong field, because you got Vision Hero Trinity, which can attack every monster basically. It can attack, what, 3 times? And it has 5,000 attack, but then a lot of players combine it with Honest Neos. It goes to like 7,500. So it's just ridiculous. And he does have Rainbow Neos, which can spin all the traps or all the monsters on his opponent's side of the field and put those cards back in the deck. So I was like, uh-oh, I don't know if this guy's actually going to survive. The only problem with Trinity is the freaking thing can't attack directly. So he's going after the back row. his opponent will go ahead and chain, and these damn floating Dark Magician cards, this is a problem. Mainly the fact that he ran over the Dark Magicians. You can see how much damage he did. I mean, he's almost one-shotting this guy, almost has him, you know, at lethal basically, but he does have the ability to get these floating Dark Magicians, and that's gonna be a little bit of a problem because obviously Verde Anaconda can't really do anything useful. It's just there to get the Rainbow Neos on the field, and now Dark Magician is it's on the comeback, man. Do you guys know how ridiculous Rainbow Neos would have been if it was a quick effect? Oh my god. Oh goodness. I feel like it would have gotten, I don't think it would have gotten banned because it's not like we had Neos Fusion back in the GX days. Anyways, the Starving Venom is going to run it over in battle because not only did it take its effect, but it also took its stats. Rainbow Neo, such a great card, but not great enough to deal with a 7,300 attacker. And now he is going to set a couple of cards. Now, maybe he has one card that can get him back in this duel. And Vision Hero Vion obviously has a lot of pluses. He did put all his cards back in the graveyard, so who knows? Maybe he could, you know, get something powerful here. But his opponent is not going to allow that to happen. He's going to go for that Dragon Knight. And, man, that's just so bad because it's going to get banished by Circle. I think maybe if he could have gotten somehow to Verde Anaconda again. Now, the thing is, I was like, okay, maybe he can pull this back. He's going to get a Duster Gold. That's a one-card Malicious Bane. This is still doable, maybe. But he says, Cap, this is not doable. I'm going to summon the most OP card. He's actually going to fusion summon into Red Eyes Dragoon. And now we got a little bit of a face-off because both monsters or 3,000 attack. Neither monster can be destroyed by card effects, if I'm not mistaken. So battle is basically the only way it's like the only way for these damn cards to kill each other. Doesn't matter if they negate effects, because neither one of them can be destroyed by card effect. They basically have to do battle, but only one of the player has a hand, and only one of the player has a Prince Illusion. So that's going to run over Malicious Bane. Now he just needs to summon a Dark Magician, or I guess Dragon Knight, and he can easily win the duel. Dark Magician actually getting it done. I really like the fact that he fusion summoned into Dragoon of Red Eyes, but not like using Verde Anaconda. So, you know, this is a deck that I don't generally associate with Red Eyes Dragoon, although if I was playing Dark Magician in the TCG, 100% I'd be running the Red Eyes package because you're already running Dark Magician with splashing in, you know, 2 additional cards. Like, I don't really think it hurts, but it's kind of nice to see them, to see the Dark Magician deck actually be able to pull this card off without the need of Red Eyes Fusion or the need of any of the other subsequent cards, you know, Muddy Mud Dragon, Verde Anaconda, and stuff like that. Heroes put up a decent fight, but man, Vision Hero Trinity not being able to attack directly definitely screwed him up. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out the 2 decks competing because I know that I'll probably get asked about the Dark Magician deck, or I just named it Yugi. 45 cards in the main deck and a whole lot of spells in this build. Triple copy of Soul Servant. Some of these ratios I never thought that I would see, like triple Soul Servant, more than 1 copy of the Eye of Timaeus. There were many times in Dark Magician where I hated even playing one of this card because you can't add it essentially from the Dark Magician Spell and Trap Searchers. If only you could. I feel like if you could, man, this card you'd be able to go on the Red Eyes Dragoon. Wouldn't you be able to go on the Red Eyes Dragoon with this card just off of Dark? Oh my god, that would have made Dark Magician so nuts if they could just search Timaeus, summon Dark Magician, and then go on the Dragoon. That would have made Dark Magician so good. The 1 random copy of Super Polymerization, I don't know what that's about. Same thing with Demise of the Land. I kind of get Demise of the Land from the standpoint that Dark Magician does do a lot of its playing during the opponent's turn. I guess it's strictly for Mystic Mine. I mean, maybe you could see, the thing is, if your opponent's already special summoning, chances are they've used some of their spells. So I don't know how like getting Secret Village at that point will help you. Maybe it will, but most decks activate their spell cards first, then start special summoning. There are some decks that use the spells into their combos. Also, and I have seen this before, using the Infernity Barrier for Tenyi. This is interesting in Dark Magician because a lot of times you do just have Dark Magician on the field, and if it's in your graveyard, you summon it back from Eternal Soul, or you summon it with Navigation, or your Dark Magicians dies. Like, basically you can get Dark Magician on the field. So this is just a way of having an Infernity Barrier if you don't want something super costly like a Solemn Judgment or something of that sort. You just get extra negation, don't have to worry about paying life points. And then with heroes, this build is pretty traditional. I think Much like the Red Eyes deck with Dark Magician, I don't really see a huge downside of running the Neos Fusion engine in Heroes, because you're talking about just theoretically one card that has an insanely high ceiling of being able to summon this Joker who, I mean, this card's almost 5,000 attack. It can wipe all your opponent's monsters off the board. It shuffles them into the deck, so they don't generally, or they're not going to trigger for the most part. And you don't even technically have to hard draw it, as we saw in the duel. You can just go into Verde Anaconda as one of the last plays in your turn, and you just get a massive beater. Also, if you happen to hard draw Neos Fusion, you got other fusion cards in your deck. So like Verde Anaconda is a card that Heroes are probably going to run anyways. I feel like it's worth the potential bricks of drawing like Rainbow Dragon, which is that would be like the worst case scenario. Even if you draw Honest Neos, well, no, I'm not sure if drawing these cards is like super terrible, because you can always pitch them for like Vision Hero Ferris. Well, no. I think you have to discard a hero card. So you can discard Neos for like Vision Hero Ferris. But drawing them isn't that terrible. He's got Twin Twister in here. So I guess it's like another way of being able to out those. It'd be nice if these were dark, because then you could use them for Allure Darkness. But there's also Super Poly, another card that requires discards. And of course, you could always go the OG way. Don't even worry about your Neos Fusion. Just go and use Polymerization and fuse these two Jokers together and make Rainbow Neos that way. Anyways, of course, as always, if you guys are interested in these builds, they will both be in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.